Hello there everyone. So today we're going to do another fountain pen review, this time from another Japanese pen manufacturer, Platinum. So I'm very excited about this one because this is my very first Platinum fountain pen with a gold nib. So this one just came in the mail the other day. I'm so excited. I already opened it up and inked it up. So let's just get to it. Okay, so in my last video, I talked about how disappointed I was with the Pilot Custom 912 FA nib because of how temperamental, the nib is. So I contemplated, tested the pen again and again, and I just decided to return the pen and got this one instead. So I'm very happy because this pen looks really stunning. So the pen that I got is, ta-da! So this one right here, okay? This is the Platinum nice Lilas. Okay, so I do have this little card here telling about, the pen. It's actually named from like location in France, southern France, resort. And then it comes with a warranty card. Then you have some user manual written in different languages. Okay, so there, and also the pen itself. So I looked at it and I've been watching this pen for a while now, and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna get to replace the Pilot 912? It has to be something that I won't regret. It has to be something stunning. It has to be something beautiful. And so I made up my mind. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna return that pen and I'm gonna get this one instead because I love the look, of this pen. I love the color of this pen. And I'm just excited to try this out because, I don't have another Platinum pen. The only Platinum pen that I have is the Platinum Meteor. And that one is like an entry-level pen. And the nib is made of stainless steel. I don't have any complaints because it's a very good pen. And I like the fact that Platinum pens have this slip and seal technology that, prevents the ink from drying up. So I love that feature of this pen. So all right, so this pen is more or less standard in size, okay, and it is, I would say, cigar shape. I don't have too many cigar shape pens because I like the flat top ones, like this sailor pen. I like the flat top. I just prefer that. Aesthetically speaking, I think this one is nicer, but that's just my opinion. But this one is definitely stunning, so I said I'm gonna get this because it looks very dainty, it looks very feminine, it's pink in color, which is what I like. Okay, so for size comparison, I'm gonna compare this with the Jinhao X450 fountain pen. So as you can see, they are more or less, the same in size, the same in length. This one is just a tad bit wider than this one here, but the shape of the pen is very similar. Okay. Here it is with the Pilot Metropolitan. So Metropolitan is also more or less the same shape, but this one is definitely thinner, than this one. And here it is with the Lamy All-Star. So as you can see, these pens are more or less the same in length. Of course, if you want another comparison here, let me move this a little bit. Okay, and so you have, the Sailor Pro Gear Slim, which is basically like a shorter pen. Okay, all right, so let's take a look at some of the properties of this Platinum 3776 Century Nice Lilas. I don't know if you pronounce it nice or nice. I don't know, so please forgive my ignorance. Okay, so I find this pen to be really stunning. I like the color combination of the rose gold trim and also the translucent resin material that they have on this pen. So it is a demonstrator pen. It is somewhat transparent. It is translucent, I would say, would be a better word. You can see what's going on inside. You can see the nib. You can see your converter. You can see the amount of ink left you have on your pen. So it's just the overall appearance is stunning. This pen is also multifaceted. So both the cap and the barrel are multifaceted here. Okay, so there is texture to it. So this is a textured pen. And when I first held it with my hand, I kind of feel like, oh, okay, I feel that texture. So is that sharp? I won't necessarily call it sharp. I would call it textured. Sharp probably may not be the right word because, it does not like scratch my skin or anything like that. But there's definitely, a texture to it. So on this band right here, which is rose gold in color, you have, the engraving that says 3776 Platinum Okay, and this is made in Japan. Okay, so you have that ring in here, you know, to hold the clip, and another metal ring in here. I think all of these are in rose gold finish. So this is a screw-on cap, screw on, screw off, but the slip and seal mechanism of this pen is what makes it special, because there's a spring in there. So as you push the pen back, you know, the spring reacts. So there's kind of like resistance. So as you push in it, the spring is like going in the opposite direction, so making, you know, a tight seal there. So your ink will not evaporate, and it will not dry up or will not clog up the pen. So that is brilliant. That's a win, definitely. Alright, so let's take a look at the nib. The nib of the pen looks really interesting. So the nib is flat. You know, it's unlike other nibs that I've seen. And you will see that breather hole. That's very cute because it is heart-shaped. Definitely you will see the 3776 engraving on there as well. You have the letter P platinum, and this one actually is in broad nib. So as you can see, the nib itself is also rose gold in color, okay? But this is made up of 14 karat gold with, I think, rose gold plating on it, okay? And the feed is plastic feed. You have a nice section there as well. So let's take a look at the filling mechanism. The filling mechanism of this pen is cartridge converter. So it comes in this silver cartridge, which is, I don't know if I like that because it kind of go against, you know, the overall look, you know, of this pen. They could have included the gold one, but I don't know why they're giving like the silver or the chrome one. But you know, for other people that might seem minor, but for somebody who is very concerned about aesthetics, then you probably will want everything else to match, right? Okay, so that's the filling mechanism, you know, of this pen. You can also use the proprietary ink cartridge. Okay, so I decided to ink this up with my Sailor Shikiori Yozakura ink. I think that the purple, you know, pinky purple ink would somewhat match, you know, the color of this pen. Sometimes I'd like to do that. Alright, so let's take a look at how the pen performs. Oh, the pen caps, you know, securely. And, I mean, it's not weighty. I mean, it does not have, I mean, it will, how do I put it? I mean, it is balanced in my hand. It does not have a ton of weight, but it is sturdy and it's well made, you know. Okay, so let's zoom in and see how the pen writes. So I am basically writing on an interesting notebook, I would say. This one I got from Target before, from a while back. And it's interesting because, you know, it has a ton of pages. It's really very thick. And it is surprisingly good for fountain pens because I've written here so much, you know, using fountain pens. And this one does not bleed, you know, in the back. So I'm like, I don't even know what this is called, what kind of paper this is, but surprisingly really good. Okay, so I'm gonna use this to test, you know, this pen today. Okay, let me zoom in here so we can have a better view of what's going on. Alright, so let me write the name here. So this is Platinum. Okay, so this is 3776, and this is actually the Century model. Okay, let me zoom in more here. And they call it, you know, nice Lilas, and this one particularly is in broad nib. Okay, this is made up of 14 karat gold. All right, so that is what it looks like. The pen writes really smoothly, which I like, you know. And if you look at, you know, the size of the point or the line of the pen, so this writes more like a medium, even though this is classified as broad. So let me write the name of the ink that I'm using here. This is Sailor, okay, Yozakura. Alright, which is kind of like a cherry blossom kind of color. So very nice. I think it matches, you know, the color of the pen really nicely. Okay, so let's have some more writing sample. So as you can see, the pen is surprisingly really smooth. Okay, so I thought that, you know, initial impression, this is probably the smoothest pen that I have in my collection. Yep, I mean, it's really, really smooth. Okay, very, very, very nice writing experience. And now that I have it, this is not going to be my last platinum pen. Now I understood why there are a lot of platinum pen fans out there. So it's because of that nib. That nib is really awesome. I mean, it's just a delightful, you know, writing experience. So let's compare the size of this nib. Okay, I do have a Lamy that is also inked up with the same, and we're gonna compare the line that we can make, you know, with this pen. So this is written, you know, sometimes the pen itself is so, what you call this, smooth, that it just slides on the paper. I mean, that's not a hard start, it just slides on the paper. Alright, so that is the line that I make, you know, using this, okay? And so let's compare that with this one here, which is the Lamy All-Star. As you can see, this one is in medium. Okay, let's see the line that we make with this. Okay, so this is medium. All right, and this platinum one is broad. Okay, so let's compare the size. Okay, as you can see, the size of the writing, it's more or less the same, maybe just a hairline thinner. The medium is just a hairline thinner, but they are very, very close. Okay, so when I got this broad nib, I had no idea, you know, whether it likes like broad, like a western broad, or like a medium. But I know that Japanese nibs tend to be finer, so I was kind of expecting it's gonna write more like a medium, and I was not mistaken. So I'm very happy that, you know, it's not too broad, because I don't like too broad line when I write, but this is just perfect. So now that I know that this writes medium, so maybe next time I'm gonna get a medium, and I will expect that medium to write like a fine. All right, so let's do, you know, another writing sample here. We're gonna do the quick brown fox here. Okay, you know what, this pen is just so smooth. Okay, it's like you almost don't want to stop writing, okay, because of just how smooth and buttery it feels. Okay, all right, so let's zoom out. Okay, all right, so that is what it looks like. Again, very, very smooth, very, very nice, you know, writing experience with this. And I would say that the feed is also very nice. It supplies the nib with ink. This is actually a wet writer. Okay, like I said, this could be really, really, you know, slippery just because of the tipping there. As you can see, as I write here, you know, it is very, 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 very wet. I mean, not too wet, but it is wet. Okay, so really, really, really love this. Okay, all right, so let's take a look at the writing sample that I have, this time using another paper. Okay, so I wrote this a while back to save time, and this is what it looks like on paper. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see that clearly. Yeah, so this writing is done using this pen with a broad nib, so not bad at all. It's very, very nice. Okay, so what do you think about this pen? Do you like this pen? I am enjoying this pen so much. And what do you think? All right, so let me know your thoughts. Your feedback will be appreciated. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not already. And I'll see you again in my other videos. Bye.